begin now.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, June 15th. The time is now 9:31. This is the Governance, Native Communities and Tribal Governments Committee, and I am the chair. Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Councilmember Peterson.
Present.
Councilmember Mosqueda.
Present.
Councilmember Sawant. Councilmember Strauss.
Present.
Council President Juarez.
Present.
4 are here.
Great. Did you call Councilmember Peterson? Yes? Okay. All right. If there's no objection, the agenda will be adopted. Not seeing any objection, the agenda is adopted. Very briefly, we have 2 items on today's agenda. The first is an appointment to the Seattle Ethics and Elections Commission presented by Executive Director Wayne Barnett, who is here. And second, we'll consider an appointment to the Civil Service Commission presented by the Civil Service Commission Executive Director Andrea Sheely, and Andrea is here. I think. Where is she? There she is. And I understand that we have both of the appointees here as well. The potential appointees here as well. With that, we will move to public comment. Madam Clerk, how many people do we have signed up?
There are none today.
Okay, so we have no one here for public comment, so public comment is closed. Moving on, let's see. Let's go right into our agenda, to our matters, items of business. Madam Clerk, can you please read item 1 into the record?
Agenda item 1, appointment 02578, appointment of David A. Perez as member, Seattle Ethics and Elections Commission for a term to December 31st, 2023.
Thank you. Mr. Barnett, would you like to, the Executive Director of the SEEC, would you please like to introduce your nominee and say a few words before we move on?
Yes, I'm pleased today to present to you David Perez, who is a nominee for the Ethics Elections Commission. Very happy to have David, very excited that he's been willing to join us. He is a lawyer at Perkins Coie, graduate of Yale Law School, and just an all-around great person. And also he's an expert in campaign finance law. He's appeared before the Ethics Elections Commission. So somebody said, I'm happy he's on our side now and won't be appearing before us anymore. So that's my introduction of David. Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne. Would you like wait, let me do this. Are there any questions from any of my colleagues before I give Mr. Perez an opportunity to speak for a few minutes? Not seeing any. Mr. Perez, would you like to say a few words before we move on to a vote?
Yeah, sure. I'll keep this short. Like Wayne said, I'm a partner at Perkins Coie. I've appeared before the SEC. When we were talking about the vacancy, I thought about it quite a bit, talked to my wife about it, and I'd love to serve if you are willing to have me. And I think I could roll up my sleeves and be productive. I'll leave it at that.
Thank you. Well, I think we are going to be happy to have you. With that, I'm going to move to a vote, members. Is there anything else you want to add, Wayne, before we go to a vote?
Nothing at all.
You good? Okay, great. I move to recommend the confirmation of appointment 02578, Mr. David Perez, to be sent to the June 20th City Council meeting for confirmation by City Council. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. It's been moved and seconded. Is there any further discussion? Not seeing any. Madam
Thank you
Clerk,
for serving.
oh, thank you, thank you, Councilmember Mosqueda. Didn't catch that at the end. She said, thank you for serving.
Okay.
If there's no further discussion, will the clerk please call the roll on the committee recommendation?
Councilmember Peterson.
Yes.
Councilmember Mosqueda.
Aye.
Councilmember Strauss.
Yes.
Council President Juarez.
Aye.
4 votes in favor, none opposed.
Thank you. The motion carries and the committee will recommend this appointment, Mr. Perez, to the full council. Is it next week we do it, Madam Claire? Oh, June 20th. I'm sorry. Is that next week? Yep, June 20th. So we will do that. So it looks like the appointment is confirmed.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne. Thank you, Mr. Perez.
Take care.
All right, let's move on to item number 2. Madam Clerk, can you please read item 2 into the record?
Oosh.
Agenda item 2, appointment 02579, appointment of Charlene Macmillan as member, Civil Service Commission for a term to December 31st, 2024.
Thank you. With that, we have Angela, I'm sorry, we have, I'm going to say it right, Andrea Shealy, right? I'm saying it correctly? Correctly. Would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself and the nominee?
I'm happy to. Thank you very much, Council President. My name is Andrea Shealy, and I am the Executive Director of the Civil Service Commission for the City of Seattle and also for the Public Safety Civil Service Commission. I'm happy today to present Charlene McMillan as the nominee for Commissioner for the Civil Service Commission. Ms. McMillan has worked in labor and employee relations since 1994. She currently has her own private practice as an arbitrator, and she has worked as a human resources professional. She also was a City of Seattle labor negotiator and employee relations advisor during her career. She holds a master's degree in public administration, and her degree is in business administration with a focus on human resources management. Ms. McMillan will bring to the Civil Service Commission her understanding of city operations, education. She'll also bring her education, training, and experience in employee management and discipline, and her deep commitment to due process and equal justice in the adjudication of appeals that will be heard by the Commission. I'm just extremely happy to present to you Ms. McMillan.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments from our committee members? Not seeing any. Ms. McMillan, would you like an opportunity to speak?
Just briefly, Director Shealy mentioned that I did work at the city, primarily doing labor and employee relations and ensuring that employees were aware of their rights under the Civil Service Commission was part of my role. And I've been really excited to hear about some of the efforts that are being made currently to ensure that employees are aware of the role of the commission and the options available to them through the commission. And so I'd love to be a part of the Civil Service Commission at this time.
Thank you. And I should let you know that we do have in front of us, we had, of course, Mr. Lopez's confirmation packet as well as yours. So we have your resume and all your information. So thank you for that. I did not know that you were involved in labor and employee relations since 1994.
Yes.
So that's when my last child was born. So you've been around a while. You've been around a while.
I've been around a while, yes.
Thank you so much, and I'm glad to have you. Okay, with that, is there anything else before we go to a vote? All right, so let me move it. I move to recommend confirmation of appointment 02579, Ms. Charlene McMillan, to be set to the June 20th City Council meeting for confirmation by the full City Council. Is there a second? Thank you. There is a second. The motion has been moved and seconded. And is there no further discussion? I do not see any further discussion. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll on the confirmation of the committee? Of the appointee.
Councilmember Peterson,
Yes.
Councilmember Mosqueda,
Aye.
Councilmember Strauss,
Yes.
Council President Juarez.
Aye.
4 in favor, none opposed.
Hi, President Juarez.
Sorry.
I just joined, so if I can vote as well.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Did you want to add anything, Councilmember Sawant? Are you okay?
No, I'm okay. Just want my vote counted.
Okay.
Councilmember Sawant, is that an aye vote?
Yes, it's a yes vote. Yes.
5 in favor, none opposed.
Great. The motion carries and the committee recommends City Council confirm the appointment 02579, Ms. McMillan. So thank you so much for being here this morning as well. And thank you, Andrea. As always, you give us
Thank you
great.
very much. Appreciated.
Yeah, thank you. Before we adjourn, let me add, that does conclude our items of business. All items passed out of this committee will be forwarded to the June 20th City Council meeting for final action, as you all know. Our next meeting is scheduled to be held on July 20th, which is a Thursday. However, I really want you guys to mark your calendars because we have a special meeting of this committee coming up. And it should take place on Thursday, August 3rd at 9:30. So again, Thursday, August 3rd at 9:30. That meeting will be in lieu of the regularly scheduled meeting 2 weeks later. So if we can get the clean things up on August 3rd, we should be able to at least get this meeting done early, so we don't have to go deeper into August and interrupt anyone's plans for the recess in August. Okay, with that, thank you, colleagues. The time is 9:44 and we stand adjourned.
Thank you.
Recording
Thank you.
stopped.